Hey there, Jeep fans and flat fender fanatics. Johnny here. Oh, something bit me in the foot. Hey, we're working on the Jeep today, finishing up work for the Transcontinental Convoy. Give you a little update of what we're doing here. So, I had this thing torn apart for the last month or two. Getting everything ship shape in there, getting some new seals and bearings in, tore the rear end apart. I had a failing carrier bearing, and I had this weird noise in the rear end, like a gear sound, like a almost straight cut gear sound. Sometimes when I get on it or get off of it, I'd hear it. And so I was like, well, I got a pinion seal that's leaking. Well, maybe it's just low on fluid. So fast forward a couple weeks later, had it up in the air, tore it apart, and the carrier was moving it up and down like this. And yeah, so good thing I tore it apart. Got a new carrier bearing in there, got the new axle seals, new pinion seal, new axle seals in the front. Tore the engine completely down. Well, I have one head on it, but the intake and the other head was off. So I got this tapping sound. I don't know if you guys watch my other videos and listen to the thing, but it sounds like a lifter tap. And I've been chasing this sound for years now. I've had the engine torn apart 3 times, had it out, had it on a stand, had it upside down, looked at the bottom end, everything checks out. Cannot find this sound. Last minute decided to tear it down for the convoy, make sure there's nothing in there hitting, or you know what it's like, tearing it down, checking everything out. Couldn't find anything. It went back together. So we got it back together in one day in 8 hours running. And I had this series of transmission leaks. So I had cooler lines were leaking, the pan was leaking, transfer case is leaking. Get everything, new gaskets and everything all back together. And then the darn thing leaked worse than when I took it apart. So tore it down again. I decided to tear the transfer case back out of it. Brand new gasket. Hell with it. We tore it out of there, and this is what they call the transmission extension housing. And this is a factory adapter. This goes from your standard 4-bolt tailstock and mounts the factory transfer case. In this, the S10 series had a 233C electronic transfer case. And I don't know if you can see it in the video here. Let me zoom in. Turn this. There's a big crack there. It's cracked on the. Oh, there you can see it. Let's see if we can get this focused in there. Cracked right there at the bottom. And I didn't see that until I tore it apart the second time. I didn't see it the first time. Of course, I would have fixed it. So happy about that. That's where we're leaking all the transmission fluid out. So it only leaked when it was sitting, when it was not running. When it was running and the fluid level went down and the pan didn't leak anymore. So, yeah. I don't even know where I was going with that, but that's a $100 mistake right there. So, luckily, we have an extra. So I'm getting that deburred, cutting all the stress risers off of it. Gonna get that in today, get the transfer case back in, and then button that all back up. Then I have 2 rear bent combat rims I gotta straighten up. My dad's helping me out with that. And we'll walk over here to the trailer and show you what, been playing around a little bit with this too. Now, so this is my clothesline I have set up, and these are my tent poles for my Boy Scout tent. That I figured, well, if I set these up like you would like a fly tent, well, maybe I can string some paracord across there and have an impromptu clothesline. So there's a tip for you folks out there. Now what I might do is take I have another 2x4 that I ripped in half for a spare tent pole. I might cut it in half, so we'll have a clothesline about this tall then, instead of all the way up there. But see, if I have my tent set up, then I can't do laundry and sleep in my tent at the same time, so I'm gonna need some clothesline poles. So I'm gonna probably, since this works so well, I might do that real quick. And the way I did these is, we'll look up here. The way I did these is, that's a half lag, and then the other half is machine thread. These are 5/16, and that's strong enough for what I do here. So screwed it down into the end grain, and then you have threads on the outside of it to do what you need to do. So that works really well. Got our Yeti, got our tongue platform on the M100 here, so we can put ammo boxes, or I think I might strap the Yeti down here so it's easily accessible in the convoy when I need a cold one there, driving down the road there, buddy. And found this on, my girlfriend found this design for me on Pinterest or something. This is a washing machine here. This is a camping washing machine. It's a 5-gallon bucket, okay? And you cut a hole in the top. This is a 1-inch hole I cut in the center of the top there, okay? And you buy your 88-cent plunger from Walmart, okay? You throw I fill it about half full of clothes, dry. All right, then you put it ends up being about 2.5 gallons of water in there. Put a little bit of detergent, a cap full of bleach to cut down on the mildew smell, and you just go to town. You just plunge your clothes clean. It works fantastically. And also, with this, I bought one of those camping toilet seats for a 5-gallon bucket. So that's gonna double as an emergency shitter there. So I'll put a plastic bag in those, you know, those green biodegradable bags you can buy for compost. Well, I'll probably line that with a plastic bag and put one of those bio bags inside of that, and then you can pull that right out of there, poop and toilet paper and all that, and bury it, or, you know, whatever. It's biodegradable. So we got our waterproof cover on the M100. Starting to get her full of old goodies here. Got I want to hang a series of haversacks and bags and stuff on the wood sides for extra storage. Little mishmash in here. Got our camp stove, parts box, folding field table. Oh, here's the toilet seat I was just talking about right here. Okay. Hey, I'm not too proud to take a dump in a 5-gallon bucket. Extra parts, got tarps in there, an extra tire. Now the tire, it looks like I'm going to be able to fit an extra tire under the axle of this trailer and strap it up. So I'm going to probably do that then. Then the other tire, I'm either going to put between the front frame rails of the Jeep and strap it down, or make something to hang it on the back here of the trailer. Right up over here, something like that, and hang it there. So I'm carrying 2 trailer tires with me. I don't think these tires are going to make it all the way out to California and back. So I'm planning on running these until they're bald, and then I'll switch them out in the field with the 2 other tires, and then get rid of the old tires. What else can we talk about? I don't even know, but we're getting there. We're getting loaded up. We're getting the Jeep fixed up, finished up. Yeah, you know, there's not much content on YouTube about what it takes to put a convoy together like this. You know, the MVPA has been doing these convoys for a number of years now. 10 years ago they did the Transcontinental Convoy in 2009. Now this is the centennial of the convoy. So the original 1919 convoy, the centennial on Atlas. I'm gonna move this old junk here. Now that, not to get sidetracked, but I'll be able to hog that adapter out and meg that back in and machine it flush again. Keep it for a spare, you know what I mean? Since they're so expensive. Because that's how I do things. Waste not, want not. So, 100-year anniversary of the convoy is very special to me, historically, in regards to American history, military history. You know, so I'm very excited to be a part of this. But as I was saying, there's not much content on YouTube about the personal side of these things. Like, who are these people? What does it take to put a convoy together? What does it take to get your military vehicle ready to go on a convoy like this? So I apologize for not posting more content. You know, maybe that's what it is, you know. Maybe people are just so busy that they don't have time to take a minute and shoot some videos. I don't know, but after we're all done getting this stupid thing ready to go, I'm going to try to shoot a video every day of the convoy. So there's 36, well, it's going to be about 5 weeks. So there's going to be 30 videos. I'm going to try to shoot a video a day. At least say something, show you guys something on the road. So, yeah, we're going to do that. that's gonna be about it for this video. 10 minutes is long enough, so we're gonna sign off for now. I'm gonna get back to work here, get this thing back together. So, all right, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Probably, I don't know. I don't even know. A day, 2 days, something like that. Yeah. Drive them Jeeps.